Oh, hey, what's up? I make this video even though, had a little bit of beverage, whatever. Anyway, it's in response to a video that came to me. I didn't go looking for it. It came to me via my YouTube. Now, some people go, oh, well, nothing specific could ever come to an individual who is renting the internet. And in most cases, it's true. It's auto-generated. People, they get the same random shit, and most people are, they're satisfied with that. However, I'm a little bit different. I have about 650 YouTube videos. I talk about how my dad met celebrities. I talk about conspiracy theories. Talk about hockey conspiracy theories, and all the likes. And little things here and there. Some people say at surface level intelligence. I go, I can't be bothered to sift through all the bullshit. So therefore, I have a constructive opinion, but I don't feel like putting up with the bullshit to further enhance my opinion on a subject. I'll tell you exactly what I think about something. And that's exactly why I can comment on this 8-minute long video and who make a video longer than this one, rebuttal. This video, the channel is ATMC videos. I will leave a link in the description. At least that's what it is for me. Theoretically, it may not be a channel that exists for anybody else in light of what my channel has been. And I don't have delusions of grandeur or anything like that, but I am going to say that, there are individual internet programs for people. And sometimes, for the most part, they are just random bullshit, but, sometimes they're a bit pointed. And this one specifically feels that way, based on the title, Antipsychotic Titration Success at the Alternative to Meds Center, Ryan's Story. Now I go, okay, Ryan's somewhat of a common name, quite plausible that it's not pointed at me, even though I didn't go looking for it. Okay, I'm going to leave a link in the description to this particular video, but I'm going to tell you some things about it. For one thing, guy's a total fucking fraud. A fucking fraud. I can tell that right away about him. He looks like a fraud. He looks like he works for mental health. He looks like a cocksucker. You want my opinion? That's what he looks like. And as a actual mental health patient, well, my hair's a little bit off. Gotta fix that. Don't want to look like a douchebag here. Anyway, I can easily point that out about him. The way he talks, the way he presents himself. And then when he started, well, let's get the first thing straight. He started telling, this is supposed to be about his story, right? I haven't looked at the rest of his channel. Don't need to. I learned enough about him from this video. Okay, so this is supposed to be his story, right? And it's like, it's straight out of a bureaucratic script book. It really fucking well is. Everything he fucking says is based on a bureaucratic line. And he's talking about, I guess, because he's from Florida, he's talking about something called the Baker something or other. I guess that's the name they call for, when people are forcibly taken to mental health facilities. He said he went there 8 times. I myself have been there 4 times. And they were more or less at the beginning of my treatment. And one of those times was for one fucking day. One fucking day. That's all it was. But supposedly it counts. So, I certainly paid for it in pain. Tell you that much. Okay, then. This guy went there 8 times and he starts talking about how he went stiff as a board. That's actually true. That can happen to people. And he had support groups that he went to get off of medication, and supposedly it was a month or two, and everything for him, after that, went all right. Not that I specifically heard he was taking zero medications. I didn't hear those specific words from him. No surprise, because he's a lying bureaucrat. Um, However, the things I did notice are relevant. They are important, and you know, uh, it's a little bit intimidating for a fellow like myself, because this, in a sense, is like an infomercial for, I guess, people who have to climb the fucking ladder to get out of this system, yo. This guy obviously sees the benefits of it, me. For me, who, got kicked to the ground, you know, had the most harsh treatment, and is I'm still standing. Uh, they got medications, man. You ain't standing no more if you take those. It don't matter who you are, let alone have a smile on your face. But I got an edge, so I'll tell you about that later. Oh, this is too rich. Anyway, so this guy, yeah, he's, supposed to have cleaned himself up. He's not having sugar in his diet. He's this, that, and the other. And he's following this program of getting out of psychiatric medication. And it's like, well, gee whiz, mister, I'd really like to believe you, but the thing is, you kind of don't have the look like you were ever on psychiatric medication in the first place. Not that they would ever allow somebody who had taken psychiatric medication to talk about their experience. That's not how mental health works. They don't want people knowing what it's really like, uh, except the person it's happening to, if they're smart enough anyway. The people on the outside, they're not supposed to know anything. As a matter of fact, mental health system goes out of its way to make sure they don't know anything. And they'll say some kind of like really vicious and dirty things. And these are supposed to be, civilized society, good people, this, that, and the other. And we're supposed to respect them. Do I have respect for them? Hold on a second. I just gotta double check that I'm doing this right, because I was looking at another screen actually. No, no, I don't have any respect for them. Bunch of trash. They fucking owe me money. Fuck them. Bunch of cocksucking son of a bitches. I could go on with those kind of name calling, but they're savages. So they don't actually get offended by stuff like that. Not from a guy like me anyway, but like, oh, yeah, don't get me wrong, they get offended real easily, and they use that as a mechanism for being assholes. That's how they operate. Kind of sick and twisted, if the average everyday common man ever knew that about them. Oh man, there are plenty of people who have these kind of opinions who are not mental health patients. How is that system going to stop them from talking? And ethically, why should it? Why should it? But anyway, we're talking about this man whose name coincidentally is the same as mine. His name's Ryan, and this is Ryan's story. Now, this video where Ryan is talking, um, he strings out the bureaucratic line. He talks about 1 or 2 months and he's off psychiatric medications and it's all biscuits and gravy for him. Do you know how long I've been off depot injections? Do you know? 28 fucking months and 5 days. And every fucking day I feel sick. Do you know how badly I want to work out? Do you know how badly I want to have a normal social life and not be treated like shit and, have people discriminate against me? And it's like, oh, but you're a mental health patient. We're not discriminating against you. We're treating you as you deserve. Excuse me? But I think you're Gestapo under a different fucking name. That's what I think you are. If you want my opinion anyway. I don't go around bossing around people. I don't go around abusing people, but I think, well, I don't think I know. You fucking well do it all the fucking time. And I don't tolerate this kind of bullshit that they fucking go, well, we have self-help programs, man. Like, if you're in real bad trouble because of the system, not that we're a subsidiary of that system, but we'll help you live a normal life, and it could even be medication free. You can trust us. We're not a big bureaucratic, stinky son of a bitch, cocksucking motherfucking asshole with hairs and pimples and corrosive fucking hemorrhoids. Not any of that shit. Except those people are those things, so, yeah, don't buy into that bullshit. Anyone who goes to mental health gets fucked over. That's the name of the game, yo. Depending how you play the game, you may get fucked over a little bit less. You may accomplish less. You may accomplish more. You may get punished worse. Yada, yada, yada. At the end of the day, you have to have your wits about you, and it doesn't matter if the world turns on you, because that's what happens with mental health patients. And it's the same in the States, maybe a little bit different, but more or less the same. Canada, Europe, anywhere else. Guess what? People are sanctimonious. The minute they hear that you're a mental health patient, don't matter. You're the fucking bad guy. Doesn't matter what context or any of that shit is. And they don't even consider that authority figures are fucking lying. Don't even consider it. They don't want to. Because it's easy to fucking go, I choose to believe that because it doesn't affect me and it puts somebody away from me. Because I'm genetically predisposed to not liking, undesirables around me. And then they turn around when you're trying to stand up for yourself, when you're trying to be proud of who you are and things like that, and pretend, oh, that's so nice. It's so good that you're picking yourself up. We'd never invite you to a party or go to McDonald's with you or any shit like that, but, it's so nice that you're trying, but we despise you. We're not going to tell you that, but we despise you. And, with people who treat mental health patients like that, and it's a lot of people, I don't know if you knew this or not, but it's very important. Something worth considering on your part, even though you're selfish and you don't think about other people really, even though you pretend you do. You might throw a homeless person $1 every now and then, but you don't really think about them. You don't really care about them. A lot of mental health patients become the homeless, and it is because of the system that they created that they end up there. It doesn't happen for every homeless person. Some homeless people are homeless people because that's what they are. They have their own story. But a lot of them are mental health patients. A lot of them were abused. And getting back to this thing my viewers may not know about themselves. What was it? It was on the tip of my tongue. I was really wanting to say it. Oh, right, I remember. You're a bunch of hypocritical, lying, sliming, cocksucking, fucking assholes. who deserve no respect. None at all. You all deserve to be fucked over. And guess what? Do you deserve any sympathy? No. But you'll get it because you'll turn around and fucking say, oh, look at the bad mental health patient. He's a bad person. Think bad things about him. Because he's a mental health patient. We're trying to help him, but it's not working out. Excuse me, you're the asshole. Me specifically, I mean, it's different for different patients, as I've said. Um, I've been abused the fuck out of since 2010. Some people ain't gonna want to believe it. They'll never believe that. That's their prerogative. However, I got a story to pitch that is accurate, factual, and makes a whole lot more fucking sense than the story that surrounds me that's been created by people who don't give a shit about me, who would fucking create any fucking story they want to their manipulative storyline. And guess what? The more and more time passes on, the more absurd their story is going to sound. And am I going to turn around and go, oh, thank you for your help. You were so kindly to me when I was down, and I know you worked hard. And oh, yes, like it's. No, it isn't happening. And I understand the frustration of, because it's a tier system. The higher up you go, the bigger the asshole, the more they don't care about people. And it trickles down. As some Soviet said one time, the head rots from the fish down. The only problem with that saying is that the whole fucking fish is just as rotten as every other fucking part. So, no, I'm not gonna fucking praise this fucking ATMC Videos YouTube channel. No, you'd like that, wouldn't you, you fucking grayed beard son of a bitch fucking faking cocksucker? You'd like that, wouldn't you? In fact, you'd probably turn around and say, I have anger management issues. Who the fuck knows who you are? And what the fuck you do and how the fuck you think? Like, trust me, if you want to anyway, that's up to you. Um, I don't try to manipulate people into thinking what I want them to think. I simply state who I am. This is what happened. You can choose to believe that, or you can choose to say he's lying, he's not telling the truth, blah, 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 blah. This guy, in Ryan's story, if you watched his video, he would get mad if you didn't believe his version of events, even though they're fake and fabricated. And whereas I, on the other hand, would say, I don't care what you think. I only care about my own well-being. And I rather suggest you not get in the way of my well-being. I don't care what you think. I don't care who you are. Don't get in the way of me living my life the best way I can. Because I ain't gonna put up with it. It's not happening. And there are perfectly legitimate ways of getting around your bullshit. Rather not tolerating your perception of what is wrong with mental health patients. Because that's essentially what it is. You don't use those words, but that's the truth. And this guy, I'm looking at him, he looks like a ripe slime ball, he does. Like like we're supposed to live in civilized society. It sure as fuck don't look that way. I quite often look at it and go, it's just a fucking zoo with fucking animals in cages. That's all it fucking well is. It's sickening. Absolutely sickening. And, I almost No, I don't actually, because that would be a horrible thing. But I almost, I was almost going to say, I wish I was too dumb to understand this, but they have a remedy for that too, and innocent people have had that remedy put upon them. They like to pretend that doesn't happen, but or didn't happen, doesn't, isn't going to happen in the future, didn't happen in the past, but yeah, yeah, roots, yeah, you ain't gonna see those. But I am paranoid, yo. you know, I realize these people they're trash. They're like trash isn't even a definitive enough word to describe these people. And like I said, I don't care if they hand $1 over to a homeless person. I don't care if they drive an electric car. I don't care if they tip their letter carrier. They're trash. That's their fucking job, to be trash. And the fact that they actually feel good about themselves after their day, it's like, oh, yeah, if someone comes around and destroys your belief system, kind of what you deserved. You had it coming. And, someday I aspire to be someone who will shake the very foundation of the ideological point of view of the world. Nah, that's going a bit far, but uh, there ain't no bureaucrat I couldn't argue with. That's if they were, not cowardly and hiding behind fucking closed doors and fucking premeditating, horrible things against me, which they are doing. And some people would be like, "Oh, I'm too scared to make a YouTube video now." And I'm like, "Well, gee whiz, mister, I'm not too scared because you can't do fuck all. What you gonna do? Fucking video edit my fucking video? Go ahead. Don't change my opinion. Don't change what I got to say. Don't make you any less wrong." And I know these are, it's basically the Holocaust times 1,000 for you as far as how offended you are because you're kind of a sore loser, really. I'm simply a man who doesn't agree with your philosophy. And you know how I've made videos how aggressive they were about my treatment plan and the reasoning and rationale they had for their aggressive treatment plan, of which there's no evidence. I know this for a solitary fact that there isn't any fucking evidence. There isn't any. Would I be here making a YouTube video if there was? Absolutely fucking not. I'd probably have a big scar on my head and fucking locked away in a fucking mental asylum, and nobody would ever hear or see me ever again. And then everyone else would think that was normal. He deserved it because the authority figure said he was a bad guy. Excuse me. I can point out many a time where they're the bad guys in the past, present, and future. I know one can't predict the future, that, you know, some people like to think they can based on information they've seen and draw conclusions from that, or seen someone in a similar situation and go, well, this is the path they're going to go down, blah, 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 blah. But it's really an excuse to tie up loose ends, at least from the, mental health system perspective. It most certainly feels that way towards me. And, some people, it's more uh, horrible for them, even though they're horrible people, to actually be wrong about something. Especially when they've committed so much to it. Me? Not that I think I'm wrong, but, if somebody could adjust some of my opinions and go, well, this could be better because if you'd looked at it from this perspective and known from that angle, maybe you'd have a different opinion. I'm open for that. But you get your hard nuts out there who don't change their opinion, don't let go of old grudges that they have within themselves. They don't care. It's all about the bottom line for them. And for them, if their salary or hourly wage, however they get paid, all of a sudden crashes and burns, boo hoo. You fucking deserved it for being an asshole. It doesn't matter if you chose a career where you could be an asshole legitimately, and supposedly you're supposed to be held in higher esteem because essentially you get mad and you grunt at people who question your authority or your righteousness. And it's like, hold the phone. If people saw you for who the fuck you are, you would look like a piece of trash. It doesn't matter if you're fighting other pieces of trash. Don't disguise the fact that you're a piece of trash. It's a fucking horrible place we live in, this fucking country. You're like, the world is hell. That's the bottom line. We're in the upper crust of hell, so it's not quite as bad, but it's still hell. Of course, it can get worse, as I kind of made clear in this video. But people don't understand that. They don't see it for what it is. They don't have to. But the people who kind of make it, thinly veiled hell, it's like, well, gee whiz, if you get fucked over because your little science experiment didn't go the way you wanted it to, not that, I feel bad or felt I've done anything wrong or will do anything wrong, but if their science experiment doesn't go exactly the way they want and they put a lot of money into it, Gogeni! I don't even know what that means. I think, who said that? I think it was from Trailer Park Boys. I think it was J Rock. I don't usually quote J Rock. Um, it might have been from Mallrats, though. Was it Jay? Oh, I forget now. Anyway, I've talked on for about 27 minutes now, and this video isn't like it could, like it's revolving around a subject. It's just like, is this what you people do for fun? Is this what you consider, like good time for you? To put an individual into a goldfish bowl and treat them like they're some sort of less than human test subject, and you can ridicule, insult them, and go, well, they'll never hear it, so it doesn't count. And they can be abused, and no one will ever know because they'll only believe, the mental health system's version of events. And it's like, uh, I've thought of a way around that problem. So, I'll be seeing you people later. I'm leaving a link in the description for this video, and I am telling you how fucking hollow it is. No substance. Absolutely nothing. I could talk to people and tell them, like, look, yo, man, you're better off going down this road than, listen to beer trash. I would never trust a beer trash ever again in my life. Never. Never should have trusted him in the first place. I did. That was a mistake. I was wrong. Rest assured, that is not a mistake I will make twice. So anyway, I will talk to you creeps later, because only creeps are watching this video, because I am sure it's blocked from everyone else. But guess what? Consider this checkmate. You lost the chess game. And I don't mean what some people want it to. So, talk to you later, and fuck off.